Good Sunday morning. Back at it. As you see, we're here at this kit house. This is a repair job. Footings were already poured here for the customer. Already started this. It was at this phase already, and we came and tore it all down. Actually, I did. We've got it to here. Yesterday we did all the dirt work, and we just threw these up real quick just to see what kind of lumber we have and get the whole idea of dovetailing all of these joints since they are 3 2x6s. At the end here, I'm going to dovetail all these. As you see, we still have columns to be poured. Just waiting for the concrete truck that needs to pour the garage as well. And that's going to be filled with dirt. There's also going to be a concrete pad on top of the dirt. I am getting layout for this back wall here, and then I'm going to carry layout all the way around. I'm basically going to do layout for the entire property, and then my goal for today is to get this area where offsets completely dialed in. So there's going to be a front door there, so this all has to be worked in. Now, there wasn't supposed to be a saw involved here. This is a kit house. Each one of these bundles represents a wall in a house. They're all labeled. We got marks for where the 2x6 go. We know all kinds of specs. Oh, and here we have the location for this package. This would be a different location for this package. And all of these have a location, right? Here we go again, all the layouts. So this is supposed to build the house that's gonna sit on this. Now, the house supply company, the supply company that does this, they only sell the house. They don't go from the flooring up. So all this dirt work here is, well, it's not my trade, but it's something I can do. And when I came in here, all of this was already done. That means the columns weren't ideal, rebar was off, footings, etc. And that's pretty much what the fix is. Now we're back at the original phase. All right, so the supply company for this housing structure, First Buildersfirstsource, they have the housing structure here, right? But they don't supply anything for this part of the build, which is coming off of the ground and having flooring. So my job here is I'm going to square up all these corners here and then dovetail all this. This is a major factor because there wasn't supposed to be any cutting involved. This was supposed to be come in and stand walls and, you know, and frame out this kit house. Now we're dealing with layout, groundwork, running floor joists, having the floor sheet the floor it, and then frame the house, and then put the roof on. So I bought a saw last night. I'm pretty stoked on. It's the Makita magnesium. I do have all the bells and whistles. Let's check it out. Now, because of all these cuts that we need to do, I present to you the new Makita worm drive. Look at that, it's got oil bath technology. That's what's up. A little spiciness. No, this is the worm drive. It's a Makita for wood studs. I got the hanger so we can hang it on to the rafters when we're up there, only because I have to dovetail now all these floor joists. That means these two outside ones are gonna run long. Then I'll stagger back, and tie it all in. That has to happen with all of these corners. Not super technical cuts. When I say the footings were off, I mean the whole house is off. The customer was cool with adding 1.5 feet in the dimensions. Tried to explain the kit house technology on how those pieces are made to fit a particular floor plan. We're kind of deviating from that. And this is where I got to put some true skill into the mix. And that's why I bought this worm drive. Here it is. Let's get on to it. I got to get layout done. I got my big Swanson square, and this is gonna give me some straight lines for these corners and this layout so that we can get this all buttoned up. All right, let's go. This is what it feels like to be a foreman. Back to the table. It's back and forth, getting each and every one of these completely perfect. Back and forth. Foreman table, journeyman table, yard. You know what I mean. To the drawing board. Okay, we got that. We got to make sure all these columns on this first row are lined up. All right, the corners mapped out. This one is good. And now I'm pulling 16 foot 3 inches from the outside wall to the center here of where this bracket's going to be. If you're doing a big pull with this layout string, just stick your finger in, keep it this level or wherever you're pulling it. There it is there. Oh, up on the berm. Cool, we made it. All right, we have it tight down there. We have it tight down there. We're looking for 16 foot 3 inches, and there we are there. Nice tight line. Now, since I know I have all my dimensions running down this row of columns, I also have my dimensions going across the columns for load bearing and for distributing the load is what you want to do. You want to offset that by having the shortest span of floor joists. So here we have two basic columns. If he wishes to tie in, we now can do so because we're going to break at the same part of the column. They're somewhat in a row. Now remember, this was a fixed project, so we're coming in and fixing what somebody else has already done. Then, so once we're done with here, we're going to go ahead and hop over to the other side, but to put a smile on the customer's face, we're going to go ahead and drill some holes, tap some holes here. And then we'll be able to get these brackets all up to a proper elevation, get the crown in our joist the correct way. That means we're going to flip the 2x6 over and look to see if it has an arch, and we're going to keep that arch to the top. We're going to make sure we have bearing on all the columns with our brackets, and we're going to start tossing this up. I do have to dovetail all these 2x6 joists because it's a 3-part 2x6 joist. You have to stagger all of these areas, and that's why we got that Makita. So this is what we're doing. We're getting close to it. It's almost lunchtime. We're gonna hit up the famous market down the street and get a pizza. The view, of course, is breathtaking. We got some clouds rolling in over here. It looks like Jurassic Park. Epic scenery, epic scenery. All right, this is a 5/8 bit for concrete. And we're using these 5/8 thick anchor bolts. I'm gonna drill the hole in the concrete, sink these down, and we'll have something to attach the brackets to. Here's a good note for you. When pounding these down, always put the nut on top so you don't damage the thread. Little tip. I'm gonna go sink these in. We have left the job site. We're gonna get pizza. Cloudy skies, cloudy skies. All right, we have taken our lunch break. Finally, we're gonna do it up. I got the Supreme, the big one. 16 inches of pizza coming my way. It is Sunday. One more day, get the car oiled up, head back to town. Little market right here, best little pizzas. Always coming through. It's the Old West Market in Pahrump. And finally back at the job site. Look at this. Look at, would you look? Look at this. Supreme 16 incher. Oh yeah, I got a tape measure right here. We can measure that bad boy. It is all of 16 inches. You better believe it. Topped off. Dang. It is a chilly one. I'm stepping in the car. I don't know what to do, you guys. I'm gonna have to stay because I get my oil change tomorrow at 4 and a transmission flush. So I don't want to make the drive to Vegas with that lacking now in the car. So I might as well camp out one more night, work one more day completely, and then go do the oil change tomorrow. And I think that would be the best option. This is the view. I'm kicking back in the car. Plenty of room, of course, because I'm in the business now. I can't even touch it, barely touch that. And so yeah, I guess we'll do one more night camped out on the job site, making that money. Let's go. Kind of crazy. Look at that view. The job site is completely flooded. It is raining. We have rain. Look, I'm sliding everywhere. We have rain in the forecast for the next 4 days, which puts this entire project on hold, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to leave, pack up all of the stuff here into the car. I have an appointment to get the car looked at. So we're gonna see what's going on. I have to get a transmission flush, oil change, and then get on the road back to Vegas. But I have to put this generator in the car now. So that's gonna be fun. Might as well pull this off. It's soaking wet. Everything's wet out here. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Got to get all the tools in the car, lower down the canopy, and we are out of here for the next few days. It is a Monday morning. We're going to be coming back out here later on, so that means I have time to edit. Look at this. We know where the water is sitting now. We do have a little canal here. Is kind of what I was working for. Just get it shot down the middle, away from the columns. That's cool, huh? We get to see what happened when we built up around the columns here. Keep the water away from the footings. Do have a little bit of buildup here. See that? Pretty cool, pretty cool. I came out here last night with the laser. I set the laser up right here. It was shining on all of this metal, and it was catching the walls of the garage. The garage is going to get filled with dirt, and then there's going to be concrete on top of that as well. It's going to be very secure. All these columns, they were all catching, which is really cool. I'll probably just have to come back with the grinder and grind out a couple areas to get them to sit. Other than that, let's get on the road. I need to load up all this stuff. It's a sopping one, to say the least. But let's get it going. I have to get home, completely take everything out of the car, and then put it all back. After I wash everything, it's been a complete, it's a disaster. You don't even want to, I'll give you a peek. Okay? I mean, this is what my carpet's looking like and my mats. And it's just a disaster. So, with all this mud, let's get the tools in, get on the road, go get this transmission flush oil change, and get back here. This is what it's looking like. We're just real flooded out right now, a lot of rain. It's still pretty though. All right, let's get on the road. Packing up. Everything's in the car. And then I noticed this, check this out. This actually bent from the wind last night. It's hard to tell where, but you can see that it's just, this one has definitely got a bow to it. Dang it. I was hoping to keep this for a minute. Of course. Why don't they make good ones, huh? It's always so rinky dinky. All right. The generator is in the car. Of course, I was trying to keep the interior super clean, and the front tire didn't want to turn. I had to lift it up there. So, it's in there. It's in there for sure. It'll make it. It's not that heavy. I just don't want it to smell like gas. You know what I mean? Anyways, I got to get this thing cleaned out. Look at it. It's filthy. I'm out here in the mud for days. So, detail session. I'm going to wrap this up. We're all cleaned up, packed up, ready to go. Time to go do chores. All right, let's go see this oil change happen. See if it quiets the this wine that I have here. Okay, wallet, keys, let's go. You tie this down. My failed attempt at trying to get the mud off of my boot that's just caked. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're on normal ground at the tire works. They're gonna take care of the homie. Needing an oil change, transmission flush, just hop on the road. Should have got some breakfast at the casino. The homie's pulled in. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Almost done. Fresh oil, fresh everything. Let's frickin' go. Up on the racks, then back to Vegas. So while the car's up, check it out. We got dirt in the exhaust. We've been going hard in the dirt out here in Brump. And this is the underside. We got a little frame rail dent right there from trying to 360 on a rock. There it is. Headed back to Vegas. Be there in an hour. Next shot will be pulling up. We'll see what the weather looks like there. Fresh oil, fresh transmission fluid. Hour drive on the freeway. Couldn't be any better. Ready, set, and here we are. And we are back in the garage. Let's get unloaded. Without wasting any time, everything is out of the car. Let's see what we got. All right, we have the tent. We got this cool nifty chair. I haven't used it at all. That's at the job site right now. It's already broken and we're working with this here. We got to clean up the power tools and get them in the order. We have this for something special. I'll do a quick upload about that. Tools need to get dealt with. I'm going through tape measures because of all the dirt work. And we have the generator. And the car has fresh oil, fresh transmission fluid. About to clean it up a little more and get ready for the next little mission here. But we did, let that open. We did get this. Doom, 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 doom. Turn on some lights. We got this. I'm gonna do an unboxing. It's a Makita, it's a worm drive. It's super special. And that'll be the next little video. Until then, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other uploads and see you in the next one. Alright, getting somewhere. Everything is now packed up. The generator's wiped down. Everything's wiped down. Tools are wiped down and put away. Penny board's ready to go. Trunk is cleaned out. Ready to go. I guess, till the next one.